All right, so now I am downstairs. I just came down through the hatch staircase. And I want you to appreciate just how much space there is in this basement. I'm just going to give you a speed tour, and then I'll circle back and point out all the things. It's a big basement. So this is the exterior entrance. So you can come in this way if you want to treat the basement more like the mudroom, which they do sometimes. They've got their hanging coats and boots area right here. There is a little step down, so I just want to point that out as you're coming through these thresholds. Watch your step. In the disclosure report, you'll note that this wood stove is not staying. Obviously, it's not connected to anything anymore. They are going to be removing that. And then we have a really nicely updated 200 amp. Can you see the 200? There we go, 200 amp breaker right there. There's even a little bit of extra space. There's 2 empty breakers there. Things are labeled. And then there is a plug-in generator hookup. There's the ductwork for the hot air furnace right there. And remember, laundry's upstairs now. So this was the original washer and dryer down here in the basement. They're just still using this, I think, for dog laundry or hunting clothes when it's hunting season. That's really convenient. Here is the water system. So there is a heat pump water heater. Love these. They help dehumidify a basement when you are running them in heat pump or hybrid mode. There's heat pump, hybrid. If you're running it in electric only, obviously that's not going to dehumidify because that's not how they work. And then there is a water system here because, of course, there's a drilled well. So you've got a brine tank here to add the salt pellets. There's your pressure tank, and then this is a whole house filter. Here we've got the setup for the hot water baseboard. So there's a few zones connected and working. There's extra zones that are not connected, not part of this yet. And that is all being powered by the wood boiler that's out there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but you'll get that in my outside video. So I'll get there in just a few moments. You've got the heat pump water heater drain tube draining down into the extra utility sink. That's very convenient. This water's here from the dogs, so don't worry there. So there's the furnace. And now we've got this very large built-in storage area. There's a hanging bar, workbench, built-in shelving. This is all concrete floor. The entire basement has a concrete poured floor. It was poured in sections over time. And then there's another workbench here, which is on the back side of the staircase, just to get you your bearings here. And then this is now the addition. So when the addition was put on, they went all the way down. So there's a sub panel here, another smoke alarm, all kinds of storage space, poured concrete walls, more built-in wooden shelving, and this is a heated space. There's a baseboard right there. So just a little window for some natural light looking out towards the yard. You can appreciate new construction, just how well that's been done. So these extra fridge, freezer, and freezer, I believe, are going to be staying. So fantastic to have those here on hand. There is the sub panel. That is the basement, folks. Okay. By the way, they did used to have like more of a playroom, family room area down here. So, this is an area that you could, use as livable space. All right, stay with me. We're going to head outside. Slip my shoes on. Oh, yay, and the sun just peeked out. Perfect timing. Again, to watch your step, we do have corner stairs here, and this does have a step down connecting one section to the other. I don't want anybody to trip and fall when they're here to check out the house. So there's a really nice new shed, workshop, garage, whatever you want to call it and however you want to use it. The play place will stay. There's a fire pit. There's also another little wood storage unit there. I shouldn't call it wood storage. It's really just a storage shed. You could convert it into more like a chicken coop. There's gardens. The owner loves to grow tomatoes. They're doing really well. If you are here for a showing and you see some tomatoes that are ripe and ready for picking, please help yourself. We do want them to go to good use. So stepping down off the deck, I'm gonna spin you around and show you this awesome new deck. They rebuilt this. So no railings, it's just a one step, on and off. And I love the twinkle lights that they have here. Roof looks awesome. They do compost, so that's if you see this here. And then there's a pile of greens over there, greens and browns that he's turning. Here we are in the front of the house. So there's more raised beds. You zoom back out, you can see the whole house. So there is a spigot out here so that you can water the gardens when we're having a dry spell. Oh gosh, I forgot to point out in the office, there's a mini split heat pump. So you can have air conditioning on the first floor. How awesome is that? Sorry, I forgot to point that out. So this is where he was growing green beans. So the string beans, I should say, were very happily growing up here, and we just trimmed all those back end of the season to make it look prettier for you all. Septic tank was just pumped. So this is where it's located. I'll have that report attached in the multiple listing service. So ask me or your realtor for a copy of that. Here is the front. That is the living room window that was replaced. The nice new front deck. I do have some steps here to walk back down to the driveway. And then we'll spin around and show you this is the basement entrance. So if I was going in and out, using that like a mudroom, very convenient. So if you take the driveway down to Tinkham Road, there are 2 water bars in the driveway, and that is just to help prevent erosion for the driveway. So please take your time, go slow. As you sort of go, it's gonna sort of dip and then lift up. So it's just a bump in the road. And the owner takes care of this driveway himself. He's got the equipment to do that. They use Suburban propane. There's the propane tank. The stove is propane for cooking. And then this is the wood boiler. So this is another awesome improvement. Not only did they add the wood boiler and the hot water baseboard, but they built this woodshed. So they have gotten prepped for winter. So wood is their primary heat source. That's what they choose to heat with, but to each their own. There's 18 acres here. Did I mention that yet? I don't think so. So in 18 acres, they've always chopped down their own wood. So they've literally paid nothing for fuel costs for 5 years. That's pretty impressive. All right, the photographer's here. I gotta wrap this up.